Read a book every day for small children. Hi kids, let's read the book Solar System by Macdonald from the series Hello World. Solar means of the sun. The solar system is centered around the sun, the shining ball in the sky. It includes the family of 8 planets traveling around the sun, as well as the moons of these planets and smaller objects such as comets, asteroids, and bits of space rocks. Look up at the sky. What do you see? Can you see the moon? Astronauts have left their footprints on the moon. Who is an astronaut? A person who is trained to travel in a spacecraft. In the daytime, we see the sun. It is the center of the solar system. Let's learn about all the planets that travel around it. The sun warms the earth. Mercury is the closest planet to the sun. Ouch! Asteroids and comets often hit this planet. Mercury is the smallest planet. Yes, now that Pluto is not considered to be a part of the solar system, Mercury, which is about a third the size of the Earth, is the smallest planet. Is Mercury the hottest planet? No, Mercury is the planet closest to the Sun, but its neighbor Venus is even hotter because it has clouds to keep in the heat. Venus is the brightest planet. Woo! Venus is the hottest planet in the solar system. Venus is sometimes called the evening star because it is so bright. It is one of the first points of light we can see shining as it gets dark. Planets don't make their own light, they reflect the sun's light. We live on a planet called Earth. From space, it looks like a swirled blue marble. Earth is the third planet from the sun. As far as we know, Earth is the only planet in the solar system that has life. Earth has plenty of water. In total, it covers about 3/4 of the planet's surface. It looks beautiful, blue with swirling white clouds. Can you point to the red planet? That's Mars. Mars has giant volcanoes. The planet looks rusty red because its surface is covered with iron-rich soil and rock. There are no seas on Mars and it is very cold. Jupiter is the largest planet. Jupiter is the stormiest planet in the solar system. It is made up of gases called hydrogen and helium. Violent winds whip up storms all over the planet Jupiter, but the Great Red Spot is the largest. It has been raging away over 300 years. Saturn has rings that go round and round. The rings are made of ice, dust, and rocks. Saturn is the second largest planet after Jupiter. It is made up of chunks of ice and rock. Uranus and Neptune are dark and cloud. Ice crystal gives Uranus its blue color. Uranus rotates on its side. It is very windy on Neptune. Why is Uranus blue? The bluish green is the color of methane, a stinky gas that makes up part of Uranus' atmosphere. The other gases in the air there are hydrogen and helium. Neptune is very windy. Winds rip across the planet all the time, much faster than any winds on Earth. There are also lots of storms on Neptune, which shows up as dark spots. Pluto. It's a tiny dwarf planet very far away from the Sun. Pluto is smaller than the Earth's moon. Stars twinkle in the night sky. Can you connect the dots with your finger and see the shapes that stars make? These are constellations. Constellations are the pattern that bright star seems to make in the night sky, such as a cross, a letter W, or the shape of a person. Sometimes we see comets soaring across the sky. A comet's tail glows when it travels close to the sun. Comets are made up of ice and rock. They go whizzing through the solar system, leaving behind a glowing tail of gas. As a comet gets closer to the sun, it gets hotter and its tail becomes longer. Some comets even grow a second tail. The solar system is an exciting place. Where would you like to go first?